Hey everybody, it's Sam with the Bluegrass Council of the Blind. Today we're going to be talking about the latest updates to the Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses. If you guys watching this in the future would like to learn more about us, you can definitely check out our website, www.bcbky.org, or you can give us a phone call, 859-259-1834, and send us an email, info@bcbky.org. Okay, everybody that's here in person, thank you guys for joining me. So does anybody need like just information about the Meta Ray-Bans in general? Okay, no problem. Do you know anything about the Meta Ray-Ban?
Not really.
Okay. So the Meta Ray-Bans, they were released. It's a partnership between Meta, who is the parent company for Facebook, and Ray-Ban. And they released these glasses. They're technically considered smart glasses. They released them a couple of years ago, actually, but they've really regained popularity recently with the addition of the Meta AI. And that's just the AI component to the glasses. So the smart glasses, they are essentially basically just wireless Bluetooth headphones, headset that you can that connects to your phone, and so you can do stuff that you normally can do with wireless headsets. So you can listen to your music, you can listen to audiobooks, you can take phone calls. It has a microphone, so you can talk to like Siri or OK Google. Cancel. I knew it was gonna happen. So you can talk to all of those through the glasses and interact with it that way, just like you can do with most Bluetooth headphones. But these glasses also have a camera built in, which allows you to, which adds another component to the feature set. It allows you to use that camera to take photos, take videos, and then also to interact with the AI component, the Meta AI, which is this newest thing that they put in. So here are the glasses. Mark, if you want to look at them, at least get an idea of what they look like. They're basic Ray-Ban style sunglasses. Nothing too fancy. They're not wrap around, so they won't fit over regular glasses, but you can get prescription glasses into them.
Okay.
That's good call.
Yeah, there's a couple different styles. This is called the Wayfair, the style I have. Yeah, traditional. There's also some that are more, I think, geared towards women, more feminine style. And then you can get either sunglasses like I have, you can get prescription glasses, or you can get these transition glasses that will turn into sunglasses when you go outside and turn into regular glasses when you come in. And you can also get just regular clear lenses, like I guess they call that window pane glass, which is probably something you got.
Mhm.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you've got one.
Oh, good.
She's got some too. So
She was prepared. So the nice thing about them is that they're relatively lightweight. They come with this case, which is actually a charging case. So there's a little port on the back or the bottom here to plug up the case, and so you charge up the case, and then every time you put the glasses into the case, you kind of have to click them down just a little bit, and they charge in the case.
How do you know when they're charged?
There's a little green light, this button here. And also whenever you put the glasses on, the first thing it says to you is how much battery. It'll say 100% charged or whatever.
Yeah,
I stay charged a real long time.
Yeah. The case will recharge your glasses like 30 different times, fully charge them. I mean, it stays charged quite a long time. Now the glasses themselves, because the battery is in one of these temples here, it's a very tiny battery, so they don't last, especially if you're using them a lot, they're not going to last super long. In fact, Theresa let me borrow her glasses just in case we run out of battery here, just talking about them. But the good thing is you just put them back in your case, and after, half hour, or whatever, they're fully charged again. So, that's the glasses basically in general. The price range is right around $300, $299. I think it's like $200, $300, something like that, depending on the style you get and all of that. One nice thing is that they are covered by insurance through places like Lens Crafters. Lens Crafters, you can get, your insurance can cover these if you have the right kind of insurance through Lens Crafters. Theresa got hers. It took her price down to $60. I've heard some people can get it for free.
Mine was 99.
Okay, yeah. So it just depends on what insurance you have. Yeah. So, all right. As we're going to talk about the AI, because that's really the important thing that we are going to be using the most, but all the other stuff works really well. Listening to music, listening to audiobooks, the benefit of these over just your traditional headphones or earbuds is that your ears are open. So you're still aware of your surroundings while you're listening to whatever you're listening to. So there's a little bit of safety there. But it's not so loud. I have mine turned up just so everybody can hopefully hear, but it's not so loud in general that people around you can hear what you're listening to and stuff like that. If you are using your accessibility on your phone, whether that's TalkBack on your Android or VoiceOver on your iPhone, that comes through the headset as well. So there's no problem there. Like you can probably hear mine. Make sure mine's loud enough. There we go. So my VoiceOver is talking through here. So that's cool. That works, no problem. And as I said, you can take photos, you can take video. There's a single button on the top of the right temple up towards the lens. This is the only button. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's a little switch on the inside of the left temple. This is how you turn the glasses on and off, which some people ask, do you have to turn them on and off? You don't. I literally never. I turned mine on when I first got them, and I don't think I've turned them off yet. They can just stay on all the time. But this one button on the right temple controls a lot of the actions, like taking a picture. Take a picture of Mark. Just take a picture, and it sends it to my phone. If I press and hold, it will trigger the video recording. And there's a little LED on the front of the glasses indicating that you're recording. So, nobody can, so everybody knows you're recording them. There's also an LED on the inside of the right lens that flashes when you're interacting with it. It also flashes when you first put them on, while it's connecting and all that. So visually, if you're able to see it, you can see a little bit of an indication that something's happening. The video recording can be up to 3 minutes. You do have to change that in the settings. I think by default, it's only 1 minute, but you can record up to 3 minutes. And then you can just press it again to record another clip. You can record as many clips as you want. So you can do that by pressing the button. You can also give the voice command to take a photo or to record. We'll talk about that in a second. Then on the right side, there's a touch panel. So for doing volume, you slide forwards or backwards. To pause something, you could just tap the side of the temple. I think to answer a call, I haven't used it very much for calling. I think you push the top button to answer a call, or you might tap the side to answer a call and hang up a call. I forget exactly, but those are really the only two ways you physically control the headphone or the glasses. So everything else is done through the Meta AI function and voice. So you can think of it like Siri or like Google. You can ask questions, you can give it commands, you can do all that kind of stuff, and it will do it for you. It's using AI. So I can say, and you have to give it the trigger word or the keyword to launch it is, hey Meta. Hey Meta. What time is it? Okay. So when I said that, I heard a little audio boing. I don't know if you guys could hear it. And then I could also see with my peripheral, I could see that little light up inside the glasses here. So that's how I knew he was listening to me. You have different voices, and that's going to be one of the things we're going to talk about with the updates, the most recent updates. But I could say, hey, Meta. Hey, Meta. Hey, Meta. All right, doesn't want to listen to me today. Hey, Meta. What's the weather? Okay. So, turn off my voiceover. So that's super helpful. Obviously, you can set reminders. I can say, you know, hey, M guy, call Bobby. And it will say, if Bobby's in my contacts, it'll say, do you want to call Bobby? And I'll say yes. And then it will make that phone call. And the phone call goes through the glasses. So it's all hands-free. But where it really comes in handy for us is utilizing the camera and utilizing the AI. So let's see if we can do a little test here. Hey, Meta, look and tell me what's in front of me. What kind of phone is it? Right. How many items are on this table? All right, cancel. So it only saw one glasses case, even though I have two. Instead of piece of paper, I don't think there's a piece of paper on here anywhere.
No.
So anyway, it'll take a picture and then you can get whatever information you want about that photo. So situation like this, where maybe you don't know what your surroundings are, or you know, you're in a room and you know there's a restroom somewhere, so you can ask where the bathroom is. One thing I use it all the time for is menus. I'll snap a picture of the menu and then it will give me a summary. So that's the whole thing about Meta also, that some people like, some people it's a little frustrating, is that it just gives you the basic information. And then you have to kind of keep prodding it to get more information, which some situations like a menu, that's helpful. I don't necessarily need it to read the whole menu start to finish. So I'll take a picture and it'll say, you know, okay, it looks like this is a menu for a Mexican restaurant. They have several items like burritos and tacos. And then I can ask the follow-up question, what kind of quesadillas does it have? And then it will then give me that specific information. It'll say, you know, well, they have 3 different types of quesadillas. They have the fajita quesadilla, blah, 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 blah.
Is that doing that from the picture or looking
Yes.
at the menu?
The picture I took of the menu.
It has to take a picture.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. It's only able to know information about what it sees in the picture.
That's what reading your mail's the same thing.
Yeah.
Just that, hold it up and say, look at this bill I'm holding and tell me how much I owe. And it will say $74.
Exactly.
But it takes a picture.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does the picture automatically. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, so and the key word is you say look. That's the kind of the key trigger word for it to take a picture. So to your point, Bobby, I can take a picture of that menu, and even though it maybe has the name of the restaurant at the top, if I say, you know, what are the hours for this restaurant, it's not going to know that unless it was printed on the menu.
Right.
I could ask a different way. I could probably say, you know, what are the hours for the Mi Pequeña Hacienda in Lexington, Kentucky? And then it might be able to search the internet and get that information. But primarily, it's just going by what it sees. Now, really, the sky is the limit. I mean, I had a buddy who he took his into a Starbucks and he took a picture and he says, based on how many people are in line, there were like two or three different lines. He said, based on how many people are in these lines, which line should I get into that's going to be the fastest? And it told him, it's like, well, judging by the number of people and how often it maybe usually takes people to get through a line, you might want to go to the one on the right.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's really, it's really up to your imagination, the information you can get. But a lot of it does depend on the way you ask. Like, for example, I was doing a demo and I had a prescription bottle and I said, look and tell me what this says. And it took a picture and it says, I can't tell you any information about medical stuff.
Yes.
I'm not allowed to.
Really?
But
Even your own medical stuff.
yeah, but I asked it in a slightly different way. I forget exactly how I asked differently, like look and read this or something like that. And it took a picture and read it out, no problem. So even sometimes when it says it can't do it, you might be able to ask in a different way to get that information. So it just takes a little bit of trial and error, learning how the best way to talk to it. So
are you wearing a mouthpiece when you're talking to them?
No, because it has like 5 different microphones built into the glasses. They just look like regular sunglasses.
Okay.
And I'm just speaking out loud, but you have to give that keyword first, the hey, META. And that's how it knows you're listening. It's kind of like your Amazon Echo when you say, Alexa, what time is it?
It's 1:19 p.m.
Works exactly the same way as that. It's just in glasses.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're in that restaurant reading that menu and whoever's with you, they're listening to you asking it to describe what you're looking at.
Yes. Yeah, that's a little bit of a drawback because it can be a little awkward talking to your glasses in the middle of a public area. Yeah. At the same time, in this day and age, people have earbuds on all the time. So it's not as abnormal anymore as it was 20 years ago. Yeah. So that's generally what the glasses can do. Now they have recently gotten some updates, and that's kind of one thing I wanted to talk about today. And then once we're done here, I'm happy to let anybody try them on. We've got 2 pairs here we can play with. But so they just got some updates, and one of those is live transcription, or not transcription, excuse me, live translation. And this is super helpful, especially me. I travel quite a bit, and people in airports, you hear all kinds of different languages. So that's one of 2 big updates. Now, these updates aren't fully released to the public yet. But in the Meta View app, which is the app that you have to put on your phone in order to set up the glasses and everything, there's a place to sign up for early access. So kind of like a beta tester. It's just trying out these new features before they get released to everybody else. And it's free, it doesn't cost anything. You just click yes, and a day later, you're able to download all these extra things. So these updates are coming out very soon, probably within a month or so, but right now you have to be an early access person. But one of them is the translation, live translation. And this is pretty cool. So the glasses have always been able to, if I take a picture of a menu that's in Spanish, it can tell me what it says. It can translate that. But now we're starting to get these, but it has to take a picture every single time I want to ask it a question like that. But now we're getting these live modes where it essentially turns on the video and the AI works through the video in real time, which is crazy, crazy cool. So does anybody speak a different language in here? Spanish, anyone?
Not very well.
Okay, yeah, me either. That is a different language in some areas. Well, what it does is the glasses are constantly listening, and as you hear the other language, someone speaking Spanish to you, the glasses will translate in your ear.
Wow.
And it's crazy. It's really accurate. It tries to do it in between the dialogue. So if somebody says, "Hola, me llamo Samuel," in your ear, it'll say, "Hello, my name is Sam." And then, "Hey, ¿cómo te llamas? ¿Me gusta? ¿Y tú?" And then it'll say, "How are you? I'm doing great."
Wow.
And sometimes, depending on how much the person says, it'll kind of talk over the person and it's hard to kind of keep track, but all in all, it does a really, really good job. So super helpful. And I saw a demo where another person was wearing the glasses. And so it was a Spanish speaking person was talking to an English speaking person, and they were both had the glasses on, both translating their own language. And so they could have a conversation back and forth because it was translating for both of them. So this is super helpful. This is going to be really helpful for us when we have clients come in that don't speak English very well. We'll be able to work with them on that. I actually had a gentleman the other day. I was going to the restroom and there was a guy out there and he was holding a big box and he was looking for one of the other offices. And he said he didn't speak English. And so he pulled his phone out and he showed me the address. And I said,
Yes, that's me.
yeah, I said, I can't see. I'm sorry, man, I'm blind. And so I had to come in here and get Jackie, who could see, and she could read his address to help him. But if I had the glasses, I could just have him tell me the address. So yeah, so super, super cool. So that's one of the new features. The other new update, well, before we get to that one, because that's the big showstopper, but we also have new voices. So for mine, we have new celebrity voices are available, and these are available now through the app. You can choose a bunch of different celebrity voices. I have John Cena, the wrestler, is my my voice right now. Yeah, it's pretty funny, and it sounds just like John Cena. You can also get Kristen Bell as one of the voices. Key from Key and Peele, the comedians. His voice is one. There's someone named Ambrosia. I forget her name. I don't know who the celebrity is, but she's another one. So there's a couple of celebrities you can choose, and it just kind of makes it fun, switches it up a little bit, and makes it unique also. Yeah. So that's another update. You can set your reminders now. So I can say, remind me in 20 minutes to take out the trash. And then in 20 minutes, my glasses will remind me to take out the trash. That's a new update as well. But the big one that everybody's in our world is kind of excited for is the live AI. So once again, if I wanted to get some information, it takes a picture first, it processes, and then gives me the information. And if I want to ask it something else about something different, it has to take a picture. It has to do that every single time. Well, now we're doing live AI where it uses the video camera and it just constantly is watching and I can ask it questions. So I'll do a demo of that here. Hey, Meta, turn on live AI. What's in front of me? What does this say? Who am I pointing to?
How many lights are up there?
Stop live AI.
So it's like a running conversation.
Yeah. And so, I think of, once again, I travel a lot and I think of how that's one of my kind of go-tos is how can this help me when I travel? And so I could be walking down, usually I get someone to help me find my gate, but I could be walking down and like, what gate is that? Well, that's B13. Okay. What gate is that? Well, that's B6. Okay, I'm getting closer. Or I can look over and say, what time does my flight land? And then it can read the thing for me. Because I can manage getting around and not running into people and that sort of thing, but I can't read signs. I can't read that kind of stuff. So having it live could be super helpful in that. Also, being able to point to something and it tell me what I'm pointing, that could be super helpful in the grocery store, all kinds of stuff. And it's like I said, it's constantly live, so you don't have to wait for it to take a picture and process. Yeah, so that's kind of the big new one.
So if you're going for a walk, you can't read the street signs to tell what corner you're at.
Mhm.
The glasses could with the AI function.
Yeah, or even just like sightseeing, you're on your walk and there's some pretty flowers. What kind of flowers are those? Daffodils, okay. Oh, is that a dog? That is a dog. Whatever, just it's like having a companion there with you the whole time.
Will it identify
So-
like curb on like if you're walking down, we've got uneven pavement near our house. Will it stay on long enough that you can, that it'll identify some stuff for you or?
It should. I don't know what the time limit is. It's probably just the battery life, eventually it's doing live video, so it's gonna wear the battery down faster. And I haven't experimented with that kind of thing, but it's not going to alert you as you're coming up to it because you have to prompt it first. But you could say, is that a curb, or I don't know what you would ask it, but
Or maybe how many steps?
yeah,
Or a step down.
Right, yeah.
yeah, it's that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Huh.
it's really, it's kind of uncharted territory. So really, it's however you choose to use it,
Well, if you're at the grocery store, could you say, so you're looking at steak sauces
Mhm.
and help them find the A1.
Yes, so, okay, we'll do that. So we were doing this earlier, so let's try this. Hey, Meta, turn on live AI. Should have mentioned you can also stop it by pushing the button on the side. I'm trying to find Kleenex. Do you see Kleenex?
Yes, I see a box of Kleenex on the table.
Where is it?
Kleenex is on the table. It's sitting across
Is it on the left side or the right side?
the box of Kleenex. It's on the table.
Stop live AI.
Oh, yeah, it's such a-
Yeah, so you might have to keep prompting, but and I could probably even go, am I pointing at it? No. Is it this one? Yes. Is it this one? Is it this one?
As long as it's use your finger.
Yeah, which I was just going like that. And it saw me gesturing. So it's pretty wide field of view, it seems to be. Yeah.
So I have a question. So
Sure.
do you wear reading glasses or anything?
I do not. I have prescription glasses, but I only use them
Mhm.
when I go to the movies. That's really the only place they help me.
Okay. So this will kind of help, let's say, if you're using, getting away from the other accessories that it does, like getting away from a CCTV monitor, things like that. Would that be a good benefit?
Well, it will read text out loud. It doesn't have any
Mhm.
screens or anything, so it's not going to help you visually see the text.
Oh,
Any better.
that is true.
Yeah.
Okay. It's only
So-
taking the photo. Got it.
Exactly. Yeah. But it will do that really well. It'll read the text really well.
And it'll save all those photos to what, Google on your phone?
If you take a photo, so if I just ask it, look and tell me what's in front of me.
Yeah.
And you hear the take a picture and it describes what's in front of you. That it doesn't save that photo.
Ah.
But if I say, hey Meta, take a photo. So it saves that kind of photo. Or if I push the button here to take a photo, it'll save those
To your phone?
to the phone.
Google or some,
No, just to the MetaView app.
oh,
So
okay.
you go into the MetaView app and it says you have,
Okay.
3 photos waiting to be downloaded or something like that.
Okay.
And then you can save it into your phone if you want to keep them.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the video
So
works. the
you
same.
have to identify it, or it will identify it for you, what you took a photo of, if you saved it and came back to it later.
Yeah, well, if you're using voiceover or talkback, that could describe the photo for you, but the MetaView app just says that you took a photo on this at this time on this day. That's all it really describes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now, is it trained to your voice or somebody sitting beside you can access it?
It should, yeah, it didn't do any kind of voice training, so I don't think it matters. So that's what I was thinking, if anybody wants to,
Hey, Meta.
didn't hear you.
Is that hey, Meta?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, Meta.
Oh.
Oh,
You wanna try them on though and try it?
Yeah, I was to say, just to see if it was the person next to you that could talk
Yeah.
about it and get it to.
Yeah.
Mess with somebody that way.
Mhm.
That's what I do in my videos. Sometimes I'll say the ALEXA lady, and people are like, stop saying that. I'm watching your video and my thing keeps.
It sends all of them off.
Yeah.
Amen.
Just say, hey,
Hey, Meta. What am I looking at?
Did you remind you?
yes, I'm hearing your glasses. You can't.
You're getting his?
Did you get an answer to me?
Is
I
that-
think I'm listening to live AI and how can I assist you and,
Huh,
yeah, you didn't get it?
yeah, I got,
Oh, okay,
so
okay,
you're looking at a person. I was
Okay.
over here. so-
okay.
Now, could there be any interference in between the two sets?
I don't think so, other than just that, when someone gives the keyword and your glasses go off as well.
Now, when you listen to music, what is the quality of the sound?
It's not bad. So they have several speakers built in. I'm not some kind of sound file kind
I
of,
guess, does it sound like you're listening to it through an AM radio, or does it sound like you're, like.
Or see here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a girlfriend who granddaughter, the girlfriend's got the meta glasses. And her granddaughter liked them so much, and she manages a Little Caesars Pizza. And she's sighted, and she bought them to wear at Little Caesars because her hands are free, and she loves to listen to her music.
Yeah.
So, that they're not, people are finding all kinds of things to do with them.
Oops. Sorry, I was gonna try and find music here. That was just YouTube.
I guess I'm, I've got the hearing aids and the sound is, like full tin can speaker, kind of.
Oh,
And I guess I'm just, is it better than that?
I listen to a lot of audio books, and mine is real good.
Yeah. Here, I'll play a song for you. Put them on, let's see. I don't know.
After you do that, Sam, I have a series of little questions.
Okay. Skip the ad here. Wait, I didn't get into
What are you looking at?
my phone.
Oh, okay. Oh, at the app.
YouTube, which is on YouTube.
Oh,
That's all.
You want to turn on just to see how heavy they are? I mean, they're not heavy at all.
They're really.
Some people thought that with all the microphones and speakers and everything that's in there.
Touch something.
Yeah.
I touched something and there were,
Did they start talking again?
well, it made a noise.
Oh,
on it.
yeah, it
No,
tells
they're
you.
not, they're really light.
Yeah, I was real pleased.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, how long do you find the battery lasts for you?
I put them in their case every night, but I don't plug the case in. I plug the case in. I've had them 4 hours since Christmas. So what, 4 months? And I plugged the case in one time. I
Okay.
mean, the case helps charge us forever.
Yeah, that's good.
You've got a blinking light.
It does sound
On the
good.
right.
Oh,
Here,
I'm
I must
maybe
have touched-
recording you.
I must have touched
Yeah,
something on theirs.
we'll try and get it to go away.
I got something. Huh.
I don't know what
Okay.
songs, just one of Taylor Swift songs. I figured that was a safe. I could play some like gangster rap. So it's not bad.
Yeah, it's good quality.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah. And I've got another pair if anybody wants, you want to try.
Okay.
so I wanted to ask you, since I'm just starting at the beginning, I plugged it in, the case. And it comes with a thing that has a QR code. So do you start with that?
Yeah, that's just to install the app on your phone.
Because you have to do that.
Yeah, you have to set it up through the app.
And does the app pinch out so you can see it?
Okay, madam,
No,
what's in front of
Uh-huh.
me?
Hey, Meta.
hey. Oh, it worked. No, but you can use your accessibility on your phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you
But
need-
it only works with certain phones?
It's Android and iOS.
Okay,
I'm sure if you have like a super old one, it might not be compatible.
So you need a username and password to log in
Yeah, you gotta sign up.
and all of that. How often, if ever, does or did yours the glasses disconnect from the app, randomly?
I had it happen once when I was doing a conference. I was demonstrating in a conference and they wouldn't connect to the app. But I've actually had a meeting with the Meta team and they said that was an old bug that has been fixed and I haven't had it happen since then.
Okay.
Did it work for you?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, good.
So you charge the case basically,
Mm-hmm.
and then the glass is charged on the case.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's good thinking.
I also wanted to add that, when I ordered them, they didn't have beige frames, they only had all these black ones. Which doesn't work for me because it would really stand out since I have virtually no color anymore. So they ordered the beige frames and I told them clear glass. And they came in, of course, with sunglass lenses. So I had to take them back when they got the clear lenses in. And I asked if that would do something to the warranty, because they had to pop out, and she said no, that they popped out. And I have them, the sunshade. They're a light shade, but they're still too dark for me, so I have those and then the clear one glass in.
Hmm.
So they said, no, it would not do anything to the warranty. Just saying, took a long time to get them.
Now, how long was the warranty for?
I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that either.
You have to have a prescription for,
No, mine are clear glass.
Yeah, that's what.
I mean, even just to get your,
But they
Right,
can't write,
insurance
but they
is
can write a prescription for it though.
Oh, for the insurance, so not necessarily, like Theresa got hers.
I was thinking for the lenses.
Yeah, I've heard some people say, yeah, lens crafters. To get the deal, you have to do the prescription.
Mhm.
Theresa did not, hers is just regular sunglasses. You
Mine's-
didn't,
It's just clear, yeah.
yeah, so,
It's through your health insurance.
yeah.
okay.
I just bought mine outright, but they're from Macy's out of the mall. I mean, they've got a little kiosk out there. You can go try them on and it
Oh.
walks you through different steps and stuff.
Wow,
If you guys haven't done that, I would advise doing that.
hadn't heard of
That's
that.
a good idea.
And the transitions.
Mm.
Yeah, so one thing about the transitions that I discovered, because I've done a couple review videos for these and researching one of those videos. I saw several people were talking about the transitions. The way that they transition is when UV light actively hits the lenses.
Mm,
That's what triggers the transition. So if you are outside, but maybe you're standing under a tree, the shade of a tree, they're not going to transition because the UV is not actively hitting the lenses. Or if you're riding in a car that has UV protected on the windshields, they're not going to transition either. So you might be in situations where it's like super bright and I really need my sunglasses, but they won't turn into sunglasses because of that reason. So it's just something to keep in mind. Something else I wanted to mention that I forgot to mention is that a couple extra features that are super helpful for us is that Meta Ray-Bans has partnered up with both Be My Eyes and Ira. So Be My Eyes is an application. It's probably the most popular smartphone app for the blind. It's a Microsoft app. Or no, I'm sorry, it's not a Microsoft app, but it's a free app, and it's one of the things that it does is it will connect your phone to a volunteer out there, and the volunteer can see through your camera and can help you with whatever you need. So, you know, can you read this for me? Or I dropped my keys. Can you help me find my keys? Whatever you need. So that's Be My Eyes. Well, they partnered up with Ray-Ban, so you can make that phone call now through your glasses. And it works really well. I can demo here. Let me see. What should I ask? Let me ask what this. Hey, Meta. Call Be My Eyes. So it's just video.
Thought they were gonna do that eventually.
Hello.
Oops.
Hey there. I was wondering if you could tell me what, I know this is an application, but can you tell me what kind of application it is? Oh, okay, perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping it was. Excellent. Well, thank you very much. All right, have a good one.
Sam, was that a real person?
Cool.
You actually got a real person?
Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah, so Be My Eyes is it's so whenever you install the app on your phone, it gives you the option to either be a user or be a volunteer. And so if you choose volunteer, then when somebody needs a help with something, your app will kind of start ringing and you can see through their phones. So they're real people out there.
I thought they were gonna, because some people were shy about.
So it's someone with BMI, or it's just volunteers in general?
Just a volunteer in general. Yeah, it's just some random person
Okay.
out there in the world.
So whoever picks up, that's who you get.
Yeah. And they're not even necessarily in the US. I've talked to people in other countries before.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
some people are shy about what they want read, I heard. And that they were gonna go into some sort of AI, artificial.
Yeah, so well, that's, you can, so there's a component of Be My Eyes called Be My AI, which is arguably, I think, even the best part of the whole app. It's basically what the Meta Ray-Bans do, where it takes a picture and then tells you what it is. But that's kind of what I tell people. Be My Eyes is great, but it is just some random person out there that has no training. They're just a good Samaritan wanting to help. So I would never be like, this is my my bank statement. Can you tell me what,
Yeah.
Yeah.
have a little common sense, that's all. But
Security issue.
yeah. Don't show them your address, that kind of thing. So,
That's really cool.
but it can do that. The glasses can do that. And that's already on the glasses now. Anybody can use that. And then it also has IRA. So IRA is essentially the same thing, except that it's a paid for service and they have actual agents, IRA agents. So they are trained, they have your information saved. They can, like, I have a buddy who he used them once. He took his kids to the playground and he's like, he called up an agent. It's like, do you see my daughter around here? And they're like, oh yeah, there she is. She's over there, because they know what his daughter looks like, because they have all his information saved. But you can also call your IRA agent through the glasses as well. And it is a paid service, but you can use it for free in Walmart's. You can use it for free in CVS's. Some airports you can use it for free.
Wow.
So they're called IRA access points.
So literally, we could take you shopping.
Yeah.
If you want.
Yep. You could have somebody helping you, I know one of these bottles is A1. Which one's A1?
Yeah, the other day I was looking for something and couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. I just couldn't see it.
And you can't find anyone at that time to help.
Yeah.
One thing I've used AI for in the grocery store is my wife and I were looking for artichoke hearts. And it's one of those random things that it's like, is it in the condiment aisle? Is it in the canned aisle? So I asked AI, I said, in a normal Kroger's, what aisle would I find artichoke hearts on? And it said it's usually in the condiment aisle near the pickles and stuff like that. And so it helped me narrow it down. And then I could probably use Ray-Ban to try and find it on the shelf, but at least it helped narrow it down.
That was good.
Really could get carried away with this thing that Kroger, help me find the A1. Is there a coupon for this?
Yeah, you totally could. There's really no limit to how it can be helpful.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Wow. And which checkout runs faster?
Get this, get it down pat.
Yeah, so. So that's the Ray-Ban smart glasses, and they're updating them all the time, obviously. So the new stuff should be coming out soon, I'm sure. Yeah,
Pretty good.
Thank you.
yeah.
I have a quick question. So how often do you find yourself wearing them at one time?
So that's a very good question. And for me personally, I don't wear them that often because I have central vision loss. So I only have peripheral. So
Mm-hmm.
these aren't the style of sunglasses that I wear. I usually wear sports style that covers up more of my peripheral vision.
Yeah.
So I'm not usually wearing these types of sunglasses. If this were my style, I would probably use them more because I would just be wearing them more often.
Right.
So for me, I have to actually. Oh, Theresa just turned on her voiceover. I was like, so I don't use it as much as someone who maybe would be normally wearing these types of sunglasses will use them. When I travel, though, I use them quite often. Like I said, I use them in the airports. I use it when I get to the hotel. You know, when I get my hotel room, how do I adjust my thermostat?
Oh, yeah.
Things like that. It's
Oh,
those little things I use them quite often when I go to restaurants.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, and I can see a practical use even within your home, like reading the thermostat,
Oh, yeah.
you know, or
Yeah.
the burner knobs, you know, the microwave numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I use it for mail quite often, and one little trick that I do is I will say, all right, even some of these other AI apps like Be My AI, I use the same trick. I'll take a picture of the document and I'll say, why is this important to me?
Oh,
It's like, well, that appears to be, you know, something from the IRS or whatever, and you know, it looks like you owe them some money. It's like, it just summarize it.
mhm.
Tell me quickly why this is important. I don't care about all this other stuff. Is it important? No. Okay, next. So it works for that.
And sunglasses and it works okay inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds great if I can just somehow figure out how to do it.
It's pretty straightforward. I mean, once you get into the app, but
Yeah.
we can help you set them up here.
No, I might have to.
Yeah, that's no problem.
And you said Lens Crafters has them anywhere else?
Macy's.
Oh,
Saying she got
Yeah.
Macy's.
Yeah, Lens Crafters is the only one that I've heard that will take your insurance. into it.
That's what I.